Houston has a huge RV and boat show, so lucky for us, it happened to be right when we were in Houston.
We're gonna look at a bunch of stuff we can't afford. What do you think of all these RVs, Hensley? We're not gonna try to like do in-depth tours of all the RVs or anything like that, but we wanted to look at RVs that we think are family friendly, especially for families that might be wanting to do full-time traveling like we are. Kind of what goes through our head and what we like and don't like and things we've seen along the way while looking at a lot of RVs.
Because there was a lot of things that we thought we really wanted, and then once we lived in one, we realized that it wasn't as functional as we thought. So we've had just about every kind.
Yeah, we've had a trailer, a fifth wheel, and a Class A.
So we can tell you what we like and what we didn't like about all of them. Yeah. But everybody's different. Every situation's different. This is just what's worked and not worked for us.
And chances are, on your first RV, you're probably not going to get it right. So don't go all out on your first one. Johnny. So this is a Thor A.C.E. It's a 30-foot, and this is what, you know, kind of what you'll get with a lot of the gas Class A's in the 30-foot range. And they've got the dining. You know, the smaller ones, you're not going to get that same separation. I mean, what kind of sound? You know, if you're in the kitchen doing the dishes and your kid's right here sleeping, I mean, not a lot of separation in a 30-foot. And that's one of the reasons we had to go. We got a 38 on ours. Typically no room for a washer dryer on a 30-foot as well. I do like this over the cab bunk. I wish ours had that. So if we had somebody come over, we could just roll down that bunk instead of having to pull the bed out of the couch.
Sleeps quite a few people for as small as it is too.
So you got 2, 4, you know, 6, and then 8, 10. So I mean, you can fit 10 in here. I wouldn't want to go on a long trip with 10. Yeah. It's a Winnebago 35B. So this has got the bed over the top. So if you're looking for an idea, we looked at a bunch of diesel RVs because we really wanted a diesel, but there's hardly any diesels that were in our price range that had the bunks. So, and this one actually has both of what we were looking for, but we were okay with not having the bunks if we could find a half bath. And we were gonna get an older diesel with a half bath, and we were gonna convert that half bath, because our girl is only, you know, a year old. We measured it out, and this could be, you know, have a bunk on top and then a playroom in the area, and it'd be vented and everything, but just gut the bathroom in an older diesel and turn that into a room for our toddler. Now the bad thing about it being 35 feet is it's not going to be plumbed up for a washer dryer. Yeah, pretty big shower. The showers, of course, that Marissa liked the best have the seat in them, so that, you know,
girls understand that.
Yeah. I don't need the seat to shave my legs. One thing to watch when you're looking for the sound on the separation is at the bottom of the doors. You're gonna see this gap right here. That's a pretty big gap at the bottom, and what kind of floor you've got. So you've got a solid floor with a big gap at the bottom, so there's gonna be a lot of sound coming through that.
Think they'll train us straight up? That was something that we noticed in the ones that we really liked, is if you have that double pop out, it gives you this wide homey entryway, and we really liked that.
So you'd be okay with this one's what you're telling me?
Yeah.
They've got the split hallway going on, and it's pretty cool how it opens up, and your sliding door can separate it here so they could access it from the bunks if they want to. The great thing about the diesels, especially, I mean, this is at least 38 feet, I know. You're going to get the washer. We prefer the combo, and then you could, you know, have more storage up top. So it doesn't have the drop-down bunk above the cab, but, you know, you still get 2, 4, 5, 6, 8 people sleeping in here, which, to me, that's that's pretty good.
She really hates RV shopping.
What do you think of this one? This one pops out everywhere. All right, let's go find your stroller.
It is very nice.
So this one, super nice. Definitely out of our price range. It's like over $600,000. But what I wanted to show you was how we had looked into using a closet and converting it into a bedroom. See, that's tons of space. So that's another option.
Hensley's already burned out after about 45 minutes. So now we're taking turns on who goes in and who stays out with this girl. Hey, don't be kicking my camera.
And this is a travel trailer. So it doesn't go up over the bed of the truck like a fifth wheel does. It's just a bumper pull. These are your best budget friendly option. It's a great big bunk room. You just don't think about the noise you make on an everyday basis of cooking and cleaning, and we figured that out the hard way when our first camper that we got was a pull behind travel trailer, and we had to literally leave and let our little girl nap because everything we did woke her up. But this one does have the seal at the top of the door instead of the gap. It's got the gap underneath the door. So this is a fifth wheel bunkhouse. It's actually a Sandpiper, which is what our last fifth wheel was. This room in the back, super large. Yeah, it's a really large bunk room. You can sleep quite a few. This one has 2 full baths. This is like a small condo, you know, if you've got 2 full baths in a bunkhouse.
Beard. So this is a 2016 Sandpiper 372 LOK. Got it listed for $51,000. So it looks like just a rear living area, which one thing we love is when everything's facing the fireplace. We see so many RVs that are not facing the TV, and it's so annoying to be, turned to the side trying to see that thing. So I love to see, pretty much a dedicated living area facing the TV. This is what's different. When you walk in, it's going to split off into 2 different areas here. You've got a play area for the kids. Then also, this makes a bed, and then a place for a TV here. And then what they've done that I think is a great use of the height, they put a loft up top with what looks like, that looks like a full-size bed at least. So pretty cool. You get some extra sleeping space, and the kids have still got a room downstairs to play in. We've had a Sandpiper, similar length, similar build, similar size. It didn't have the loft, it had a bunk room in the back instead of the. I like this layout better than what we had if we had a kid with us. 1, 2, 3 kids, it would be a great layout for a full-time living. Tons of space. For us, the length of the one we had, it was almost 43 feet, and I'm guessing this one's really close to the same length. It was just too big of an RV for us, so that's why we had to sell it. But if you're okay with the length of it, but man, as far as sound separation, I've got this door closed. That's a big deal for us. We talk about that a lot with kids. We want to have privacy. We want to be able to, and they're doing dishes, and you've got that sound separation in these rooms because they've got carpet that's going to absorb the sound better than you're probably going to get in a Class A or a trailer.
I love this layout. I love that you've got that room. You could take that out and put a pack and play, or anything you wanted to do.
And this is a bonus too with the Sandpiper that we're looking at. Is you've got the outdoor kitchen out here. and propane grill. It's a 2016 Vengeance 40D12. I'm gonna start in the back toy hauler section. Got a TV up top, little sink, half bath. These seats, I'm assuming are gonna do it, but this can be raised all the way to the top, so you just got an entire room that you can really do whatever you want with a toy hauler. That's why they're awesome. You can put your toys in them, make it into a room, just keep it like it is, and keep it flexible. And this is what's cool they've started doing the last several years on the toy haulers, is adding this party deck on the back. And so they've made use of the toy hauler space as well on this one, and they've put they've got a loft area at the top. So you get 2 party decks of this thing. Because one party deck is never enough.
It's got 2 decks and a fireplace and TV and sliding doors.
It's like you double your living space when you add these decks on like this, you know? She's by the Airstreams.
Yeah.
We've learned that we need the accessibility of the bathroom while we're going down the road, so that's a little more difficult with a trailer.
They're so cool though. I just want to be cool.
Interstate 3500.
Never gonna happen.
Never gonna happen.
This is Nathan. We can barely even walk in here.
Yeah, but it's cool, Marissa.
If it was me and you, but there's no way.
These are so cool. Oh my goodness, look at this.
She's scared.
She's scared? Just the fact that you can live in this is awesome.
Advanced state-of-the-art safety systems become standard in all vehicles. The Mercedes-Benz adaptive electronics.
Was it smaller than you thought it would be?
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
It is pretty tight.
Look though, I mean, for being a large van, it's pretty awesome they get all that in there. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, just stay right here, okay? Hensley, hey. And if you're starting out on a budget, I mean, looking for a Class C with a sleeping area up top is going to give you extra sleeping room. You get all this space. Unfortunately, your seats aren't usually going to turn around in most of these, so you lose that space. But, you know, you get here, sleeping here, sleeping here. Not a very big kitchen area, but, you know, if we were starting over, we've got our Class A, but if we were starting over and we couldn't get the Class A, I do like the Class C layouts. You're not going to get a lot of separation. This does nothing for sound. So this is an Outlaw 37 LS, and this is a cool layout for a family. Your chairs are going to spin around. You got this chair for seating. Pull out bed. That'll make a bed. You've got a loft. Looks like about a queen size above your toy hauler area. With our 1-year-old, we really wanted a party deck like this for her to run around. You know, this gives you a lot of flexibility as far as separation from the kids, because you can, you know, you can make this the kids area down here with a total door, you know, separating the kids' room from the rest of the RV. It all comes down to, are the parents okay with sleeping either on the loft or on a pull-out bed?
It's a lot of RVs.
I want to say I read there was over 600 RVs there.
Which it was great that they were all in one place. We were talking about that when we were shopping for our RV, how we had to go from lot to lot to lot trying to find the specific RVs we were looking for. But if you go to an RV show, they have everything you need.
If you've got the option of either going 30 minutes to an hour to a local RV place or driving 2 or 3 hours to one of these RV shows, I would definitely go to the RV show. You will see so much more and learn so much more as far as layouts and what's even out there.
And it doesn't pressure you like it did when we'd go to some RV lots.
Now, if we can just find our car. Before we had a kid, Marissa's memory was insanely sharp. Mine has never been sharp. I've never been the one to remember stuff.
I think all the moms out there know what I'm talking about.
She used to find the car, and now we just don't find the car. Somewhere over there.
I got this.
There it is, the Subaru.